Previously on Improve Your Finances. Hi guys, welcome to my channel again. Today I'm going to be looking at a couple of articles that I found.
So at this point I'm going to hit the pause button. My original plan was to comment on 2 articles in a single video.
I'm going to split this video up into 2. The link for part 1 can be found in the description of this video. And now for part 2. Now this article is a lot more funnier because it's a lady who previously, I think she was in debt, and we'll just flip over to it here. By the way, the links for these 2 articles, they're going to be in the description, so you guys can read through this as well. So the second article is a bit more fun. Former Shopaholic saves £15,000 for a house by slashing food bill to £20. Now this is, Abby still saves around £700 a month, which is good. Right, so let's get down to this. So this is the lady here, and apparently she was living in her sister's garage. So she's 36 years old, yeah, mid-30s, saved £15,000 for a deposit in 2.5 years by putting an end to nights out, holidays, and heating. I mean, she's living in her sister's garage. She took it to a whole new level, you know, which if she can handle it, why not? She's cut her monthly food bill to £20. I don't know how you can do that. If you don't live in the UK, £20 is probably enough to get, in terms of food, £20 will probably get you through maybe 2 or 3 days. Maybe 4 days. If you eat oatmeal all day and nothing but oatmeal, probably lasts you 4 days maybe. Maybe baked beans, but I don't know how she's doing it. But £20 is ridiculously low. £15,000 deposit for a property she saved in 2.5 years, which is good. Enter nights out. Yep, nights out will sap your money. Some people enjoy nights out, which is fair enough, but you should always try and reduce them. It's better to invite your friends around to your house and then have a night in with your friends as opposed to going to a pub or a bar or a club or whatever, because that will sap your money fast. Holidays are obviously expensive as well. You don't need to go on holiday. It's not an essential. Heating in UK, again, if you don't live in UK, it can get quite cold. I mean, right now we're in winter and it is getting quite cold. I've got the heating on right now and I'm wearing all these layers. I don't know how she did it, but who knows. This woman is a hard woman. I would not advise cutting out on heating because I know that there are some old people who are known to not use heating because they can't afford it. So what they do is they don't use it and then they end up dead. So I'd advise not cutting out heating. Wear thick clothes, wear socks. But these 2 things, nights out on holidays, they can be got rid of. She talks about her past, bought a previous house with her boyfriend, but it was actually on the boyfriend's name and he was the one who paid for it, so he took the house. And then she moved out, and then she moved into her sister's garage with a tiny window. She changed the door from one that opened upwards, because it's a garage, to one that opened outwards. My friend put some carpet down, and she has a fridge in the garage as well. I paid £20 a week to stay there. Her sister made her meals and I used their bathroom. That is insane. So picture this. Basically, she's in a garage. She's actually living in a garage where you keep your car. There's probably a car in there, maybe. Who knows? Maybe she's in the car. I don't know. But do you imagine her in winter? It's a winter's night. She's in the garage. There is a carpet, but it can't be that clean. There's a car in there and there's also bicycles. There's a fridge in there. And whenever she wants to go to the toilet, obviously she has to go into the main house and use the toilet. And her sister is supplying her with meals. So this is a tough life this woman is living. Tough life. I don't know how she did it. But then she got used to it. And eventually she bought her own house. And now she's still living a frugal life, and now she's still saving £700 a month, which is great. Now here, she gives an idea of how she spent £20 a month on food. I'd maybe go out for a slice of cake at the weekend, but that was about it. I had no holidays, but luckily, living in Cornwall, I was able to go to the beach. My friends would ask me if I wanted to go out, and I'd refuse. I would say, when I've stopped saving, you'll remember me. In the previous article, you'll remember I did actually state that if you're under peer pressure and you can't afford it, don't go on nights out. Stay in, go to the gym, or stay in, watch the telly. Okay, it's cheaper, it's almost free. If you go out with your mates to a bar, pub, club, whatever, a restaurant, then you're going to be paying for it. And this woman knew about it. She says that she was working full time, didn't really spend money, My savings grew to £15,000 during 2.5 years. Abby and her sister. Which one's Abby? Abby is this one. This is Abby. Or is it this one? I don't know. It's one of them. One of these two is Abby. I don't know which one. Wasn't always this careful with money before so before she became frugal, she was actually a shopaholic, and she would buy big purchases on her credit card. But obviously this changed. She didn't care about money, always get things on credit card. Right, so now that she's moved into her house that she owns and she's saving £700 a month, she is still only paying £20 a month. Here, now she explains a little as to how it is that she's doing this. I will always use my club card, Nectar, Advantage card points. This is basically store loyalty cards, which, to be honest, don't actually make that much of a difference. Maybe you might, in 1 week, you might be able to save maybe £2 or £3, but that's not much. I will buy 8 tortilla wraps for 90p and make pizzas with a bit of tomato paste for 35p. Here we go. Mozzarella for 45p. And some vegetables. With 8 wraps, that can be a meal for 8 days. I'll spend $3.60 on all the ingredients, but they stretch to at least 4 meals, making it 90p a portion. Guys, look, I still don't know how she's doing £20 a month, because this adds up. It still doesn't make sense. Abby also makes a lot of bulk meals to freeze, yeah, which is fine. That's fine. Chicken curry, bolognese. If you're going to make chicken curry though, you need chicken, and chicken might cost like £4 or £5. So again, I don't know how she's doing it. Okay, so she takes veggies, cheese and Ryvita with her for lunch at work. I don't deprive myself, but I always look at ways of saving. She is depriving herself. She is absolutely depriving herself. I use a lot of apps to get deals. I'll use Meerkat app if you're going on holiday. Right, so she talks that she does go on holiday, but she uses Compare the Market, which is fine. If I'm going out to dinner, I will search beforehand to see if there's any money or vouchers. So she even goes out to dinner. Okay. Abby also a fan of Top Cashback. Yeah, Top Cashback. So for those of you who don't know, if you go to Top Cashback, so let me see if I can go there. So this is Top Cashback. Okay, so let me explain how this works. So you first go onto their website, and then let's say if you're going to be shopping at eBay, in this case, you click on that. Okay, and then you click on Get Cashback Now. The moment you hit that, it will then direct you to eBay, and it will give you back, in this case, 3% of anything that you spend in eBay. And the crucial thing is you've got to first of all register with this website. You've got to click via this website, and basically it records your clicks, and you will end up getting cashback. And there's also Quidco as well. So this is Quidco. I'll put links in the description for all of these. So let's go back to this. So she uses Top Cashback, makes some money on that. Then she talks about buying stuff from there. It's a bit extra money, ends up in your account. She's earned £289 in cashback so far. So she's earned £289 in about 18 months. So she's getting about £15 a month from that, which is actually okay. I mean, I've never earned that much because I don't shop that much. She's doing well. I mean, 15 quid a month, that's all right. Imagine if you could reduce your rent by £15 a month, or your mortgage by £15 a month. It makes sense. Right, although she says she hardly ever puts her heating on after living in the garage. So what it is that she's become so used to living in a garage, she's actually become accustomed to being in the cold. Right, she showers with an egg timer to keep them under 4 minutes. Yep, okay, that's another good piece of advice. Keep your showers short, that way you'll save some money. I have an electric blanket on my bed. Yep, good tip. Electric blanket. So rather than having central heating on in your whole bedroom, when you go to sleep, have an electric blanket. I do the same. I have an electric blanket, and believe you me when I say this, that electric blanket can heat you up no end. I had my electric blanket on yesterday, and it got so hot I had to wake up and switch it off in the middle of the night. It actually woke me up at night. So there's a picture of her with an unhealthy snack. She shops for secondhand clothes on websites like Vinted. Also uses apps to get codes and money off offers for utilities and TV, broadband. Yep. If you tell companies you want to leave, they will often give you something else or something cheaper. Yep, that's another good point. If you are no longer under a contract for either a mobile phone, any utilities, speak to the provider and say, look, I want to leave, but before I do that, can you offer me any better deal? If you don't, I'll leave. So yeah, that's a good idea, and that's basically what she's done. If you tell companies you want to leave, they will often offer you something else or something cheaper. She buys petrol in the supermarket because that's cheaper. Look out for deals on holidays, and then go through Top Cashback. So I know what's happened here. She's used Top Cashback to get her holidays, and that's how she's got so much money from that 289 quid in 18 months. That's probably what she's done. And for Christmas, when a large family had a Secret Santa, they were buying individual presents. Abby keeps an eye on Black Friday on November 27. So November the 27th is just around the corner. It's in, what, 8-9 days, 7 days? It's in about a week's time. So by all means, you can shop for your friends and family. She also uses Boots. Boots is a high street shop, and she's saying she buys 2-for-1 gifts there. So she's still incredibly thrifty, even though she owns her own property, even though she's saving £700 a month, and she wishes she had started saving in her early 20s. Yeah, the earlier you start, the better. The earlier you start, you can actually save money, and that will get compounded interest, depending on where you invest, whether it's the stock market, savings account, property, whatever. It will compound, and it will actually grow. So the earlier you start, the better. She saved £7,000 so far this year, which used to pay off my car. So her car was probably on hire purchase. So she probably had a car loan, or she bought a car on finance. She's paid that off, and a bit more of my mortgage. So she's also using the money to pay off her mortgage. Now, I'm actually against this. I'll explain very, very quickly. A mortgage usually gives you debt at a very good low interest rate. So if you have a very low rate of interest, why pay it off? Don't pay it off. Use that money to invest in something else. And that way you're essentially, what you're doing is you're borrowing at a very low rate of interest, and then you are investing it in something to make you more money, and you're picking up the difference. So that's what you should be doing. My friends and family do make fun of me, but then I will sign them up to things. For example, Bulb. Bulb is a utility company, gas, electricity, and they pay you 50 quid. I think my family are proud of me. Yep, fair enough. So those are the two articles. We had the first article, which discussed a guy of how he went downhill, how he went from zero debt down to £60,000 of debt and credit cards. And then we saw a woman who has gone from a bit of debt, and she's gone up. She saved £15,000, she's bought a house, and now she's saving £700 a month, which is excellent. And the other thing also is the comment section. The comment section makes some valid points. Too long, didn't read. It's easy to save when you have no outgoings. So people have picked up on this, that this lady doesn't have any outgoings, and that is the reason why she's able to save so much money. The thing is, she does have outgoings now, because she's in her new property. She has to pay a mortgage, bills, utilities, and she's still saving £700 a month. So she does actually have outgoings. Of course, she managed to save £15,000. She didn't pay rent or mortgage for 2.5 years. Most of us don't have that luxury. Well, there is actually a way of going about it, and that's called house hacking. I'll put in a link to a video that discusses house hacking. Basically, house hacking is where you buy a house and you rent out the rooms, you live in that house as well, and you end up not actually paying anything towards your living expenses. Basically, your tenants, your lodgers, will pay all the bills for you. So that is actually a way to go about it. But one point, and I do agree with this about the food, is £20 a month on food doesn't add up, right? So she's saying that's 65p a day. At the same time, she quotes a recipe of 90p per portion, ignoring her other meals, and that is true. So if it's 90p per meal, and she's having, say, 1 or 2 of those meals, plus she must eat something during the day. I mean, she can't just have the tortilla wrap. It could well add up to like £3-4 a day. Multiply that by 30, that comes up to around £120. So it just doesn't add up. Anyway, guys, look, that's the end of the video. What I'll do is, as I said, I'm going to put up links to all of this in the description. If you can subscribe, that'll be great. I'm going to be putting up a lot more videos based on finance. These are down-to-earth videos that anybody can follow. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to be earning 37 grand a year or 30 grand a year. These are things that anyone can be following. So yeah, subscribe to my channel and like the video. My name's Abu Pasha, and I'll see you soon.